The Hindu civilization, so-called, since its original founders or earliest followers occupied the territory drained by the Sindhu River system corresponding to the NWFP and the Punjab. This is recorded in the Rig Veda, the oldest of the Vedas, the Hindu scriptures which gave their name to the period Indian history. The people of the Indian side of the Sindhu were called Hindu by the Persian and later Western invaders. That is the genesis of the word Hindu. When we think of Hindu religion, we find it difficult, if not impossible, to define Hindu religion or even adequately describe it. And you are talking about a Muslim Rashtra in the same breath as a Hindu Rashtra, and you keep heaping abuse on people who talk about such an open, tolerant concept like a Hindu nation. And you are silent when people talk about the narrow, insular Muslim Rashtra that we see across from our borders, that was erected by Jinnah and that is eulogized by people like this. I want to ask you this question, Tehseen Poonawalla, and I also want to ask you, why is it that Priyanka Gandhi, if this man is such a great icon, beacon of tolerance, sharing a stage with him before the 2022 elections, even after he made horrendous comments against Hindus? It's a very fundamental question, sir. आपको तो RSS से जुड़ने में बहुत तकलीफ होती है. रजा साहब से आप फोटो खिंचवाते हैं.
Good evening, Rahul. I actually concede to most of the points Dr. Ranganathan made. He spoke about POW. Who's in power? Am I in power? And I don't defend Toki Raza. I think Toki Raza is absolute, somebody who's absolute, not required in this country. As you rightly said, Rahul, people like him are not required. But is he in power? Are you in power, Rahul? Is Vivek in power? Is Danish Qureshi in power? Who's in power? The most powerful man in the universe. Why doesn't he repeal the act? You talk about freeing Hindu temples, Dr. Ranganathan. The day I am the Home Minister of this country, I will do it. And I will do it on Rahul's show, Chati Thokkar. But मैं नहीं हूँ. Home Minister Amit Shah ji वो बैठे बीजेपी के प्रवक्ता, वो उनको defend करेंगे. And I'll tell you why I compare. And I'll tell you why I compare. Thank you. And I'll tell you why I compare the RSS to people like him. Because Dr. Rajendra Prasad, go from history to today. Dr. Rajendra Prasad writes on 12 December 1948 in his letter to Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, because these people don't believe Jawaharlal Nehru. He writes that the RSS is a fascist organization that uses violent means to spread its message. And Anand, since you spoke about a Muslim country, rightly so, where atheists are persecuted, homosexuals are persecuted, this is what in a bunch of thoughts, Golwalkar, here's the BJP spokesperson, let's expose his hypocrisy, writes that the enemies of India are Muslim, Christians, communists, intellectuals, and atheists. Anand, I consider you both an atheist and an intellectual. You are an enemy of India, according to RSS that's sitting out here. Well, Golwalkar also says that women should not become too modern. This is the reason why Vivek is right, that one side of the coin, if there is a Raza, the second side of the coin is the RSS. Both these organizations need to be shown their place. Your question
one second, you haven't answered
the RSS.
Tehseen, you haven't answered one fundamental question. Fair enough. RSS, you, according to you, is a fascist, etc., etc.
They are not representatives of Hindus.
Okay, one second.
They use Hindus.
Then why did,
you know one thing?
Why did Jawaharlal Nehru, your icon, excuse me, why did Jawaharlal Nehru, your icon, for example, invite them to the Republic Day parade?
Yes,
you know what we celebrate? Hang on. Do you know what we celebrate on Republic Day?
Yeah.
We celebrate what? We celebrate our constitution.
Celebrate getting our constitution, yes.
That's right.
I'll tell you why he invited them.
Are you telling me that Nehru had lost his marbles? That
No,
he would have had
not.
to invite people
This country,
hang on,
not.
who militate against the idea of the constitution to a Republic Day parade? Sir,
Yes.
either you are today disowning Mr. Nehru and calling him
not.
perhaps the worst judge of character,
No.
or then you are actually misrepresenting
No,
his
I'm not.
ideas.
Allow me to put my point
and
forward.
his belief
Allow me to put my
in
point
the
forward.
RSS. No, tell me.
Allow me, just give
Of course.
20 seconds more and
Tell
I'll
me.
expose the BJP.
Tell me. No, you on this point. Don't go into the BJP. Forget the BJP.
No,
I want you to tell me, why did Nehru invite the RSS to the Republic Day parade? Tell me, yes, no.
On this point. Yes, he did invite them. He did invite them, and Nehruji invited them. My icon, Nehruji invited them because the RSS chief Golwalkar in writing gave to Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel that they will accept the constitution of India. They will drop the idea of Manusmriti being the constitution of India, and they will accept the tricolor. Little did we know that they continued to backstab India. I like they backstab Mahatma Gandhi.
Hang on. Don't try to wheedle out of this, because it's not the only time. Hang on, it's not the only time that the Congress fraternized with the RSS, sir. Pranab Mukherjee did. Indira Gandhi did.
Pranab Mukherjee did.
Indira Gandhi did. Indira Gandhi
She did.
So why?
And I'll tell you
so
why.
that keeps happening as and when. No, hang on. I also want to tell you, Tehseen, there's a fact check coming your way. You talked about Mr. Govalkar. Do you know that the RSS itself distanced themselves from Govalkar's claims? They disowned the book, We Are Nationhood Defined, and brought out another book of a compendium of his other thoughts. Excuse me. I'm just putting the facts. Excuse me, Mohan Bhagwat. Please allow me, Tehseen. Don't shout me down when I'm fact checking you. That's not fair. Come on. I never interrupted you. I only asked you a follow-up question. You had your say, and let me just put the record straight because a large number of viewers tune in, and I don't want viewers to get sucked in by this propaganda. It's very important. Here the facts speak, viewers, on this show, India Upfront, so you can get closer to the truth. I don't do this as a service for myself or to try and sound smarter than Tehseen Poonawalla. I do it for you. So hang on.